Biomed Nexus. Daily updates, your essential biotech, medtech, and pharma recap. No noise, just what matters. TLDR PwC's mid-year outlook declared the biopharma ecosystem back to full health, with Q1 deal value surpassing 65B, nearly double OY, and 16 transactions exceeding 1B. Activity was concentrated in differentiated science, GLP-1 expansion, and next-generation modalities including RNA medicines, ADCs, and gene editing. Eli Lilly, LLY, acquired 4E Therapeutics, adding a pipeline of oral MNK inhibitors designed to treat chronic pain without CNS side effects, according to the pharma letter. This is Lilly's 13th deal of 2026. Financial terms were not disclosed. UniQure announced plans for a Q3 submission of its Huntington's disease gene therapy after the FDA reversed course and agreed to accept an accelerated approval filing, according to Biospace. The FDA had previously demanded data from another trial. Jazz Pharmaceuticals, Jazz, signed a research collaboration with AbCellera for T-cell engager, TCE discovery, offering 56 samples up front, plus up to 780 metals in milestones for each of 3 initial programs, according to Biospace. The FDA approved GSK Spero Therapeutics' Utebzi, tebipenem pivoxil, as the first oral carbapenem antibiotic for complicated urinary tract infections, according to the pharma letter. This addresses a critical gap in antimicrobial resistance, AMR, treatment. Executive takeaway: PwC's mid-year assessment validates what we have tracked since January. 2026 is a historic deal-making year. The firm counted 65 Bs in Q1 alone, nearly double Q1 2025, with 16 deals exceeding 1 Bs. PwC said the activity was focused on differentiated science, GLP-1 expansion, and next-generation modalities including RNA medicines, antibody-drug conjugates, and gene editing. Biospace added that PwC declared the biopharma ecosystem back to full health. The firm also noted the IPO window is open and that biotechs should be prepared with a dual-track process, IPO and M&A, to maximize optionality. Lilly's 13th deal of the year, acquiring 4E Therapeutics for oral non-opioid pain, adds yet another therapeutic area to a portfolio that already spans obesity, oncology, cell therapy, narcolepsy, gene editing, vaccines, myelofibrosis, kidney disease, and now chronic pain. The pain space is strategically interesting. The opioid crisis created enormous unmet need for effective, non-addictive pain medications, and MNK inhibitors represent a novel mechanism that avoids the CNS effects of both opioids and gabapentinoids. Meanwhile, the UniQure story is a rare good news FDA regulatory reversal. The agency changed its mind and will now accept an accelerated approval filing for Huntington's gene therapy, a condition with no disease-modifying treatments. Read full analysis. What to watch. Bio International Convention, Monday, June 22nd to 25, San Diego, 4 days out, the industry's largest partnering event, UniQure. Huntington's filing, Q3, 2026 submission planned. If accepted for accelerated approval, this could be the first disease-modifying gene therapy for Huntington's disease. Revolution Medicines' CNPV filing, still awaited, approaching 3 weeks post-ASCO plenary. Medicare GLP-1 bridge, July 1st, 13 days out. Section 232 tariffs, July 31, 43 days out for large companies. M&A and capital markets. PwC Biopharma ecosystem, back to full health. PwC's pharmaceutical and life sciences U.S. deals. 2026 mid-year outlook reported that biopharma deal-making strengthened sharply at the start of the year, with deal value surpassing 65 Bs in Q1, nearly double the level seen a year earlier, and one of the strongest quarterly performances in recent years. Key findings: 16 biopharma transactions exceeded 1 Bs in Q1 alone. Activity focused on differentiated science, GLP-1 expansion, and next-generation modalities, RNA, ADCs, gene editing. Large drug makers moved to replenish pipelines ahead of looming patent expiries. PwC declared the biopharma ecosystem back to full health. Biotechs advised to prepare dual-track processes, IPO and M&A, with the IPO window. Now open Biospace noted that precision science is ruling the M&A scene as pharmas prepare for loss of exclusivity on key products. The PwC data aligns with CNBC's 106B figure through early June, broader methodology, Reuters' 84B Q1, Dealogic, and BioWorld's 93B through April. Lilly acquires 4E Therapeutics for non-opioid pain. Pipeline LLY Lilly acquired 4E Therapeutics, adding a pipeline of oral MNK, MAP kinase interacting, kinase, inhibitors for chronic pain, without the CNS side effects linked to opioids and many existing therapies, according to the pharma letter. Financial terms were not disclosed. This is Lilly's 13th announced deal of 2026, expanding the company's therapeutic footprint into pain for the first time this year. Gene therapy and regulatory UniQure plans. Q3 Huntington's gene therapy filing after FDA reversal. UniQure announced plans for a Q3 2026 submission of its Huntington's disease gene therapy after the FDA reversed its previous position and agreed to accept an accelerated approval filing, according to Biospace. Fierce Biotech reported the FDA gave the biotech the okay to file for accelerated approval after previously demanding data from another trial. Huntington's disease is a fatal neurodegenerative disorder with no approved disease-modifying treatments. If accepted and approved, this would be one of the most significant gene therapy approvals in history, addressing a condition that has resisted every prior therapeutic approach. Oncology, Jazz Signs, TCE Discovery, deal with AbCellera, Jazz Pharmaceuticals, signed a preclinical research collaboration with AbCellera for the discovery and development of next-generation T-cell engagers, TCEs, according to Biospace and Fierce Biotech. Jazz is paying 56 centimolars up front and is eligible to pay up to 780 metiolas in milestones for each of 3 initial programs, plus tiered royalties. The deal diversifies Jazz's oncology strategy beyond its established hematology portfolio and adds bispecific antibody capabilities through AbCellera's high-throughput antibody set discovery platform. Anti-infective AMR-FDA approves first oral carbapenem for complicated UTIs. The FDA approved GSK and Spero Therapeutics, Utebzi, tebipenem, Pivoxil, as the first oral carbapenem antibiotic for complicated urinary tract infections, according to the pharma letter. Carbapenems are powerful last-resort antibiotics, typically administered intravenously. An oral formulation allows outpatient treatment, reducing hospital stays and healthcare costs. The approval addresses a critical gap in AMR treatment at a time when Limatech, acquired by Lilly for 780 millers in May, and other companies are building anti-infective pipelines to combat growing resistance. The week ahead, Monday, June the 22nd to 25, Bio International Convention, San Diego, imminent revolution. Medicines CNPV NDA filing. Imminent Lilly Foundayo T2D filing under CNPV, July 1st, Medicare GLP-1 Bridge Program launches, July 31st, Section 232 Pharma tariffs, effective, large companies. Read, full analysis, Biomed, Nexus. Pro, institutional intelligence, brief, PwC versus the other M&A trackers. Multiple data sources now confirm 2026 as a historic M&A year, but the numbers differ based on methodology. Source scope Q1 2026 through June PwCU, S. Pharma Life Sciences deals 165 BN A Dealogic via Reuters, Global Biopharma, M&A 84 BN, A BioWorld Global Biopharma deals 93B through April, NACNBC PitchBook, Global Biotech, M&AN 106B. The differences reflect scope, US versus global, definition, M&A only versus M&A plus licensing, and size thresholds. but the directional signal is the same across every dataset. 2026 is running at approximately 2x the pace of 2025, driven by patent cliff urgency, abundant cash, and a productive pipeline of de-risked acquisition targets. Lilly's 13 deals, the therapeutic MAP deal, a Rio-Anornin vivo CAR-T, autoimmune, 2 Centessa, narcolepsy, Colonia, in vivo CAR-T, myeloma, 4 Crossbridge, ADC5 Ajax, myelofibrosis, 6 Pro, Fluent AI, gene editing 7, Engage, non-viral DNA delivery 8 Curivo shingles, vaccine 9 Limitech bacterial vaccines, AMR 10 vaccine, company EBV vaccine 11 Hisco undisclosed, 5 programs, 12 Acidian RNA exon editing, kidney 134E, therapeutics, non-opioid pain, MNK, 9 therapeutic areas, 8 modalities, 13 deals, total disclosed value 30B+. No other pharma company has executed this breadth in this time frame. The non-opioid pain opportunity. The US chronic pain market exceeds $10 billion annually, but has been dominated by opioids, NSAIDs, and gabapentinoids, all of which carry significant side effect or addiction risk. The opioid crisis created both political will and commercial opportunity for non-addictive alternatives. MNK inhibitors represent a novel mechanism, MAP kinase interacting. Kinases are involved in pain signaling pathways, but not in the reward pathways that drive opioid addiction. Lilly's 4E acquisition positions the company to develop oral pain treatments that address a massive unmet need without the regulatory and political baggage of opioid-adjacent mechanisms. The pain space has attracted increased pharma attention. AbbVie v. Hisco signed a NAV1 8 deal in April, and multiple companies are pursuing non-opioid mechanisms in late-stage development. Catalyst calendar, June 2026. Forward date, event tickers, June 22-25 BIO International Convention, San Diego. Multiple Q3 2026 UniQure. Huntington's gene therapy filing, expected QR imminent to Revolution. Medicines, CNPV NDA filing, RVM imminent to Lilly. Foundayo T2D filing under CNPV LA26 Zydesamtini B, PDUFA, ROS1 SCLC, GSK Nouvelle 2026, Neladalkib, PDUFA, ALK and SCLC, GSK Nouvelle Q3, 2026 Revolution. Medicines, Daraxonrasib, approval projected, Truist, RVMD July 1 Medicare, GLP-1 bridge program launches, LOY, NVO July 31 Section 232, pharma tariffs, effective, large companies. Multiple August, 22 Capricorn Deremucel PDUFA, Duchenne cell therapy, say PRH2, 2026 Merck, SAC-TMT, global filing, expected MRKH2 2026 Foundayo, T2D regulatory action, expected LLYH2 2026 Ajax, registrational trial initiation expected LLY 2026 Trump2, Retatrutide, T2D, readout expected LLY DEC 2026 Mineralis, Lorundrostat, PDUF families Sept 19 Ultragenics, UX111 PDUFA, Sanfilippo type A gene therapy. Rare Sept 29 Section 232 pharma tariffs, effective, all other companies. Multiple deck, 7 Lilly Investment Community Meeting LLY Visit the Pro. Hub read, full article, is your company listed in the Biomed Nexus directory? 2,104 companies across 14 categories. Claim or upgrade your listing. Sponsorship slots for 2026 are limited. See packages and pricing. New Biomed Nexus signals weekly sales intelligence for life sciences BD teams. Learn more